folks, that's Double A Farm. It is Tuesday, January the 21st. I don't know if you can tell it or not. You can sort of see it in the camera. There are little white flakes falling down in front of me. Got a little snow event supposedly coming across. It's snowing pretty good right now. I don't know if you can tell it or not. Coming down pretty good here in South Carolina. Get y'all over here. We getting ready to work on this solar project. Last video I done, I actually said, ended saying that I was going to do some solar panels. So I did buy me a solar kit. I've gotten the panels in, and I have gotten the battery and the inverter in. And I'll show you that eventually. It might not be today, but I will show you that. But I'm working on getting this done. I'm gonna put the panels right here on my roof. I'll run it right here. I'll put my box somewhere right in here and put all my hardware and stuff right in here. So I'm gonna run this over here. A lot about this solar stuff, so I'm learning. Like I said, having watched some videos and all about it. I do not know a lot about it, so I'm gonna follow the way a fella I watched on YouTube, follow the way he did it. Hopefully I'll be halfway right. Let's see, run my wire down here. Ain't like I'm powering a house or anything. All I'm gonna do is have enough power here, solar generation, to run my shop, run my lights in my shop and all, and then be able to run battery chargers from my battery, charge my batteries up and stuff like that. That's about all I care about. So I'm not trying to do a big system to run my house or anything. You know, maybe down the line I might get enough in here to give some backup power for my house, but right now all I'm aiming for is just enough to run the shop and others. So taking here on this side, I'm going to put these sort of like so here, that way I can have it, and if I need to add more to it, you know, do whatever, I'm going to create my level big enough for, I want to put a thing shelf big enough here for maybe 2 batteries. So if I want to add another battery, I'll have it, and then if I need to expand up here, I could expand up here. So I want to start down a little lower for the time being, and go from there. So I'm gonna put one of these up, and then I'll go get my level, get it nice and level, and then I get my board and put on there to put my battery. So yeah, and certainly ain't no solar aficionado here. Not much about it. I'm just doing enough to benefit me and get me by, if you know what I mean. It's my aim and goal. Alright. The little kit I got was less than $500. I got it off of Amazon. It's 2 panels, 600 watt inverter. It's Ecoworthy's brand. It's got the little thing that all your wires plugged into, and all the wires supposed to come with it. I'm still waiting on the thing that all the wires plug into, I guess the controller or whatever it is. Like I said, the 2 panels, the battery, the controller, and the inverter I think it retailed on Amazon for almost $600. I believe it was like I forget, it was almost $600. That's how much it was. And so I found it, and when I started looking at it, I put it in my cart and started to purchase, and then it ended up being right below $500. So it was a nice deal on it on Amazon, which worked out really good. I was really pleased. So now tax and all, I think it was a little over $500 after tax, but free shipping and all that, of course, with Amazon. So I used to really not care nothing about Amazon and buying anything off of Amazon, because I got scammed one time on Amazon. And there for a while I was very suspicious about buying anything off Amazon, but I've gotten, I reckon, more used to buying stuff on Amazon, or whatever you may want to say, but it's gotten to where I buy a lot more stuff. So got that leveled up, so good to go on that. So I got my wire strippers and everything. So what we'll do next is work on getting the electrical done real quick. Let's tie it in here, I guess. So let's do that. Use what you got. You bring everything you need, I guess. Alright, let's see. I think I'm just going to run it out the bottom. I'm not no master electrician, but I know enough to get me by, that is for certain. So remember that. Don't kill me too hard on any of my techniques or anything when it comes to wiring this up and getting this wired in. Like I said, I'm going off of what I saw somebody else do on YouTube, so that's what I'm going by. So I'm sure there's better ways to do it, which is always better ways to do things. So of course I ain't got my sharpest knife, but hopefully it'll work. There we go. Always a better way to do something. Of course, my way ain't somebody else's way of doing it, but it works for me. So, you know, it's one of those things. And I'm just hoping, of course, this wire is from what the lightning run in on it. If for some chance it doesn't work, then I'll just have to come back, pull all the line up. I was originally going to do that anyway, and then I said, well, nope, I'm going to leave it. I had to do some piecing on that far end down there towards the box. I did my piecing, and I said I'm going to leave it as is, and we'll see what works. And if this does not, the lines, if it doesn't work, and I know I've got everything connected right, and everything looks good, and it still don't work, then I will know that there's a possibility that this wire is no good, and then I can go back in, pull the wire up, and redo this. But I wanted to give it a chance instead of trying to pull all that wire, because I do have that wire is in a pipe underground, so I didn't want to have to pull all that back out. So well, I'll try it. If for some reason it does not work, like I said, then I can come back in, try it again, dig it up, whatever I need to do, replace the line, and go from there. So I just wanted to try it. Save me a little time and effort. Again, it might come back to bite me, but then again, it might just work. So you never know. But anyway, I am going to work on getting this wire stripped, getting this stuff in this box, and getting this line, the electrical line. When I get done with that, I'll bring you back and give you an update where I'm at. All right, folks, I've got my wires connected. Good to go there. I've got a cover to put on this, so we'll get the cover, get it on. I'll come back and tape these up later once I'm sure that this line is going to work. I will come back in here and tape all of these, but for right now I'm just going to put the cover on it and let it go. And this should be long enough to go to my inverter. It's going to be over here, so be back with you in a minute. There, guys, it is January the 23rd. The 23rd, our snow is almost gone. Almost gone. So I got a little bit. It's the old saying, sticking around, but I don't think it'll be here 3 days. This is just day number 2. The old saying is, what if it lays on the ground 3 days, it's waiting on more, I believe. Anyway, majority of it's gone. Anyway, back on the solar project. As y'all can see here, I've got my solar panels up on the roof. They are attached down, so got plenty of area here if I want to keep expanding this. I've got plenty of room here to expand. Have to excuse, this is an old garage. Not sure what year this thing was built, and as you can see, it's humpy and bumpy. They had it reshingled, I reckon 2 summers ago now. Got it reshingled, but I'm sure my grandfather and some others built this, and so it's about like my house. My house has got a few humps and bumps in it. It was built several different times, and my house is 80 or 90 years old. But anyway, different story for a different day. But I did get these on, got them anchored down, and got the wiring ready for this. I'm gonna tuck this under and run it under there. So let's move on to the next phase. All right, guys, I've got my wires, supplied wire that come with the kit, run from my panels, run them inside here. I'm gonna probably trim these down. This 2 wires is gonna go to the controller. So I got those ready there. I'm using the supplied wire here, and I'm having to change the ends. The ends weren't exactly right, so I'm changing those ends for that. So let me get this hooked up. the negative one first. So that's what we are going to do. This is the negative. Got that. Set the little handy dandy little wrench there to tighten her down with. Get that tight and snug. I'll eventually come back, put that up on the wall there. So got that, trying to go by the directions as it says here. So, I got to trim this down, like I said, wrong size fitting, so trim it down, put a correct connector on it. That actually says hook the negative to the negative post. That's why it's secure the battery post and ring terminal. So we're going to do the positive terminal. Use the little handy dandy supplied wrench. Tighten that down. Now we will connect here on the controller. And we have some power, I see. Yep, got some power. Good. Alright. Already got some power showing up on the thing there, on the charge controller. So, we got the battery hooked up. So we'll clean this wiring up sometime. Now we need to connect solar panels. Connect every 2 solar panels in parallel. Got that done. Now we need to connect these in. So I'm going to take and I'm going to go ahead first, nail these up to where I've got these and got sufficient wire under here where they're tucked underneath. I'm going to do that first, and then I will trim these down to where I can turn them in and have them coming. Yeah, I'm just going to do it here, and then we'll have this where it may just run it here, go here. That, or I'll run it here. May just do that. May do this number and run it here. Put me a staple here and run it down and curve it in. So let me do that real quick. Alright, I got my wires nailed up here. Go ahead and trim these out. Give me a fitting on them. As always, sort of skeptical on putting one of these, doing one of these, because I didn't know anything about it, and still don't know nothing about solar and solar power. But I'm gonna tell you, this is really coming. If nothing don't happen and change, this actually was a pretty easy little project. So. you've sort of been thinking about a solar kit, a solar project, and you definitely want to look into this. If you just need something very simple to run just some lights and things, I mean, it's real easy. Like I said, it's right over on sale, so it was a little over $500, tax and all. So really affordable, and like I said, really easy. You could pretty much do it in half a day. Real easy, could do it in half a day. So without any problem. So I was sort of skeptical myself when it come to get one of these and putting it in, getting it and installing it, but it has been really easy and really to the point of wish I'd have done this a long time ago, because with the ease that I've had with this, it really nothing to it. So, and definitely most likely will add on to it probably. So, especially as easy as it has been. And it's already showing my panels, so you're good to go. I hooked up, power 2, nice, very nice. We're gonna go in here, hopefully you'll be able to see. You can see there we've already got battery. You can see it actually shows it's charging, got the 13.1 volts. So it's looking good, looking real good. So now I got a nice bit of extra wire here that if and when I do run another set of solar, I got a bunch of wire already. That's a plus. Alright, now this thing left is to run from this to this. Let's see, and that actually is not showing me anything in here. At all on how to hook that up. So I have seen folks that made comments, and I reckon that is one aspect to where it is leaving you a little bit on the hanging side. I don't know if, I guess that's what these little cables here are for. I guess, I don't know. You'd almost think you'd need something a little bit higher, but that's the only thing I can figure. These wires will be left for. And really and truthfully, I might just take and make my own. Instead of doing that, I might use a little bit of this bigger wire here to make my connection from here to here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I still got a fitting there and a fitting there, so I can build that. And I think I got some fittings down there in my shop. I'm using this bigger cable here to run that. So let's take cut me off a snid bit of that wire and a snid bit of that wire, and make us two connections here. I use this big cable. That other cable is a little flimsy, so if you were to buy one of these kits, then that's one thing I would say do is take, and if you don't have to use all that cable, is to use your extra here, a little bit of your extra, and make you some cable running. I don't have my electricity totally hooked up on this yet, so I can't plug that in. Hadn't finished my connection in the ground over there yet. I still got some light, because if you can tell it or not, I am running out of light. If I still got a little bit of light left, when I get done with this, hooking this up, then I will possibly go over there and get that fixed. Of course, I ain't gonna get a full charge, so irregardless, I'm not gonna get a full charge because I'm doing this late in the evening. It's been cloudy about all day. A few peaks of sunshine today, but not many. So and again, this has been a pretty easy process. Get things set up here. Depending on how well this puts out, will depend on upgrades and all that I might do to this system. So we shall see. I'll have to run and go get me a couple of. Alright, I got lucky. Found me a couple of connectors. Really could trim that a little bit. Yet. Running out of light here. this wire will not go to waste. I will pick that up. If I need it on something, I can use it. Don't waste that wire. So, got all that. Let's hook the negative up. And hook our positive up. Like we've been doing. We'll hit the negative first on this. And we'll hook the positive. All right. So. All right, folks, back on the solar project. I have to say, I screwed up. I did. I screwed up because of the lack of concise directions in the manual that comes with this system, I screwed up. Of course, y'all watch me. I went through and did it as the manual was saying. But the manual is not as clear as it needs to be. Certainly watch the video that is on YouTube. I should have done that first before putting the system together. I watched some other YouTube videos on solar panels and kits, but I did not watch the Ecoworthy one. And there's one exactly for the kit that I have here, or similar kit that I have here, and I very much should have watched the video beforehand, and I'll tell you why. Of course, with this, I had this come, of course, with this, these wires, everything come with the kit. Okay, so I, if you remember, took this wire here and it had an end on it, and I thought the end was too small, so therefore I cut the end off, spliced in another end, same thing with the negative here, to run this cable, which goes to the battery, to the controller here. So I made that and did that system. Of course, run here, this is going, the wires going to the solar panels themselves. I had that right, but when I went to hook in the inverter, if you remember, I made 2 wires to run the inverter to the controller. Wrong move. Do not do that. Whenever I did that, shot a spark, run that here, shot a spark, controller wouldn't work, so therefore I unhooked this and left it. And then's when I went and watched the video. And remember, I had these 2 wires here left, was not sure what to do with these wires. So I watched the video. So when I watched the video, it told me that these 2 wires were your positive and negative that go into the controller here. Okay, and they are run to the battery here. Okay, and then all this mechanism here actually goes to the inverter. So that was my issue, is that I put this running to the controller when this needed to go to the inverter. So that was my biggest issue there. So after I watched the video, I figured that out. So yesterday I came out here, I had bought me some new fittings. I bid this back like it was supposed to be, and took and put me some fittings here on these. These just come bare wire, so I put me 2 fittings on that, put these on, connected them in to the battery as it's supposed to. Whole system is like it should be. And let me get you close there. We got 13.4 volts showing the battery charged. And if you look here, these 2 here actually are for a light, so you could hook a light straight in to that to be able to control a light. So that was my biggest issue there. I should not have hooked the inverter straight into the controller. Didn't mess anything up, but that was one of my biggest issues. So everything's hooked up. I've done my wiring outside. Of course, I got this running in. Let's cut it on. So you got the on switch here, cuts it on. All your lights showing there. Everything's good there. We've got our little remote that they call it here. We cut it on. Okay. We're gonna plug our power in. As soon as I plug the power in, it throws a code. And if you can see there, it's throwing a 6 code is what it's throwing. So, and it is a fault there. And I looked yesterday and 6 fault or throwing a number 6 code means there's not enough voltage in the battery, and I was thinking that is because I hadn't got enough sun. Yesterday it was pretty dreary all day. We had a bunch of rain. Sunday, yeah, because today's Tuesday. Sunday evening it rained, but I think it was sunny for the most part. I wasn't at home. For the most part it was sunny on Sunday, but yesterday it was cloudy all day and had rain. So I was thinking it was because I had a cloudy day all day, and so today it's been nice and sunshiny, and so I should have gotten plenty of charging power. You see there, the sun's out, but still throwing the code. So I am going to have to do some research and figure out what's going on, whether I'm going to have to go ahead and upgrade this system because of my distance going from here to my sheds, and me branching off and going to my shop and going to my man cave. I'm thinking I might not have enough power. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I may have to go ahead and upgrade, put me 2 more panels in, and possibly go ahead and add another battery. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure on that. I watched several of the videos on these systems, and the 600 watt inverter with a 100 amp hour battery were big enough to control a storage building. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if maybe this line, remember I kept my original line that lightning run through, that may be causing my issue. Not really sure. So I really don't know where to go. I'm gonna have to do some research on it. Everything's hooked up right. I don't know. Like I said, first time messing with one of these kits and the solar power stuff, so my first intuition may be to dig my line up right here, pull that line up, because it's going from, of course, here to all the way over to, I got a box in the ground about right there, and that may be my first thing, is maybe to go ahead and run a new line in the ground here, and see if that's my issue. And it could be. That could be. But again, that number 6 code there again shows low voltage. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to ponder this. I'm gonna have to do some research on it. So but anyway, at least the system's hooked up. I've got it hooked up. Can't use it, so it ain't doing me a whole lot of good, but at least it is storing some power. Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna have to do some research on it and see what I can find out. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video. When I find a solution, I'll come back on and do an update video whenever I figure it out, and see what my solution may have to be. So appreciate all of you, love you watching. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next one.